And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Oh, man. We got some cryptos that you need to be aware of. We got some equity tokenization going on. What you're seeing is the stock markets, the equity markets, all the market, whatever kind of markets, they're all getting hooked up. Right now is not a time to sell off a crypto to make money, obviously. The stores are getting set up. What I'm trying to do is get in the right position. I'm trying to find the right cryptos that when the green light comes on and the store is open, my crypto goes way up due to real world use case, not speculation. I want my crypto to go up because of real world use case, not speculation. Because what happens with speculation shit, it all goes back down again, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I don't give a shit. XRP goes to $5 tomorrow. What was that one guy 2 weeks ago? He's like, oh, XRP is going to be a three-figure. What did he say? I can't remember. I'm not going to you can mention names. I won't mention names. But some guy on YouTube, State Farm guy, what did he say 2 weeks ago? He's like, oh, yeah, I see XRP in three-digit numbers or something like that. $7.50. What is that? $7.50 or $750? I can't remember. What was he referring to? Because I saw that video playing. Somebody was playing it, and I'm like, this guy, XRP dumped since 2 weeks ago. It didn't go to $750, or was that $750? Or he won't say Mr. White Teeth. He's like, XRP's going to $750. No, dude, it went down to $1.50. Oh my God. Some said, LOL. Some guy said Trump said 65,000. I don't know. These fucking clowns on social media. XRP's going to 750. How'd that work out? Well, it didn't. What about XRP to, what do you say, January 1st? XRP was supposed to be what, $1,000 or something? Come on, you can tell me. What did he say? January 1st, XRP was supposed to be $100. And then 2 weeks ago, XRP is going to be $750. Wow. It went from $2.30 to $1.50. Oh my God, triple digits. Oh my God, these people are so fucking stupid. XRP went the wrong way. And people are like, Crypto Hulk, he has more credibility than you. I'm just like, wow. Are you sucking dick? Or something happened, dude? Because you're saying some dumbass shit. Oh, wow. Okay. First 5 people to show. Michael Gilbert, 552 man, Crypto Greek. Ben, 1973. Brian Edwards, Hoops Haven. Crypto Bat. Hello, everyone. Let's get wrecked. Oh, yeah, my name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. Not a crypto advisor. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice. Look, I'm the worst fucking person to listen to. Everything on my show is designed to get you financially destroyed. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. What I want you to do is smoke all the drugs that I do. Heroin. Stephen Morris, shut up. I smoke heroin, cocaine, opium, LSD, all of it. I eat it, inject it, snort it, stick it up my keister, all these things. More than Stephen Morris could ever imagine doing. Rookie number. Oh my God, this guy. I can't do enough drugs. And this Stephen Morris guy is rookie numbers. I could say I snorted 500 pounds. I snorted 500 pounds of cocaine yesterday. He'll be like, those are rookie numbers. Oh my God. Oh man. It wasn't 1,000. Oh my God. I have a video of girls gone wild keystering bumps. Oh. That's okay. I don't think I need to see that one. Hey, Stu, my son is LHO now. He loves Hulk. Lynn. Well, there's Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Lynn, you and your son can call me anytime. Well, except when I'm sleeping. I always help you guys out. All right. Steven is high as F, and he's a surgeon. Oh, my God. All right. There's Shah Iskander. I just talked to you about an hour ago. Before my show, what I have to do is I sit and I kind of just listen to like a meditation tape, kind of calm down and get my thoughts cleared. I usually do that about 30 minutes, 40 minutes before a show, and just clear my mind of everything. I'm going to tell you about there's a website that I like. Let me look for the Barbados rum. Oh, God, they're going to ask me. I'm going to show. I had some great Barbados rum. Hold on. This thing's asking me for my age to verify that I'm not a child. That's so fucking stupid. Month. Day 4. Barbados rum. Let me look this up real quick. Oh, yes. Okay. $50. Here, I'll tell you what, they make some good rum right here. Barbados. This is Spirit and Spice. I'm going to advertise for the store. They get free advertising from Crypto Hulk. Okay, what I'm looking at is a store called Spirit and Spice. It's inside the Venetian Hotel. Tell them Crypto Hulk said hi. They actually recognize when I walk in the store now, they're like, oh, yeah, it's you. It's that crypto guy. Barbados rum right here, $49. Okay. There's 7. Okay, it's $150 bottle. If you get the Barbados rum in the 750 milliliter, I'm telling you what, this is something that you don't drink, you sip, okay, with a block of ice, a big fat block of ice. This smooth and rich rum comes from a modern distillery located on the site of a historic plantation. Dates back to the early 1600s, aging for 8 years. I'm telling you what. It ages in a port barrel, creates flavors of vanilla and sweet port wine that develop into notes of toasted almond, black pepper, and caramelized sugar. Our Barbados rum is like a vacation for your tongue. It's got a 40% alcohol level. The 750 bottle costs $150. If you want a bottle half that, it's $109. If you want a 200 milliliter bottle, it's $80. And then the 100 milliliter size is $50. I got the Barbados rum for $150 when I went to Las Vegas. I'm going to tell you what, this stuff is so smooth. Oh my God, the flavor is just amazing. It's soft. And God, this is what rum needs to be. So I'm plugging this one for free. I'm not an affiliate of this company. I'm not going to say, hey, I just did. None of that shit. Just if you like rum, or if you haven't had rum and you've had a rum before and you don't like it, there's nothing like this rum. I'm telling you what, I swear by this Barbados rum from Spirit and Spice. You need to get that shit, okay? Now, let me check the comments section. We'll get on with the show, and that's faux show. Might have to try it, a sipper. Mark, I'm telling you what, I had some yesterday, ordered some. When I was in Vegas, I kept it on my counter. I haven't drank it for like 2 months. I was in Vegas like 2 months ago or something, and I finally cracked open the bottle, put 2 shots in, and a nice big ice cube. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Started sipping on it. Oh my God, the shit's amazing. Like any other rum, I got rums that I love. Pirate. Hold on, somebody's sending me a message here. I like Pirate Rum, Pyrat. Look that one up. Pyrat. It used to be made by Patron for like 20 years or something like that. But then Bacardi bought it. And let me tell you what, oh my God, get Pirate Rum. It's worth it, man. That would be like my second favorite rum in the world. But anyhow, I want another steak from Smith and Walensky and the Venetian. Oh, yum. Oh, my God. Like, I want to go back to Las Vegas again, but it'll probably be when it's warmer. Maybe in a month or two. I got to save up money to go there. Oh, actually, I'm going to get my taxes done. I might have to make a trip to Las Vegas to see the lawyer. That would be a great reason to go. Make an overnight trip, fly down there. Now, if I go during the week, the hotel rooms are way cheaper, so I might do that. Fly down Wednesday night and come back like Friday night or something. Avoid the high cost. Ray Rum, W-R-A-Y. Ray and Nephew for a serious hit. Okay. Yeah, but the steak at Smith and Walensky. Yeah, I had one there. I got to go back. I like Venetian, man. It's just like my favorite place to go. All right. Let's go. I don't even like gamble or go to. What I do is I eat at restaurants there and I drink alcohol. That's what I do. But I don't. I go to their. I might go to the bar and have one or two or something. But I usually will just go to like their store they got downstairs and just go buy a bottle there. But I'll get 1 or 2 shots upstairs just for the fuck of it. All right, let's look right here. Copy and a paste. All right, now we're going to talk business. We've got the equities market. We've got the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation. Let me show you. Brand new people. DTCC. Let's look up DTC. Here we are. Here is their website. If you're brand new, you should go and look at this website. And learn about the DTCC. This is something you need to know. This is massive right here. And I'll show you this other DTCC article. I use this one a lot on my show. Now, let's start with this. What we got going on, everybody, in case you don't know. I don't know what the hell happened. In the past 3 to 4 months, everything's tokenization, tokenization, tokenization. It's a very good thing. This is how we get rich. Before, a lot of these cryptos might go up and they go down, or they go up and they go down. What this is going to do is launch these cryptos so high, okay? The market for tokenized equities has exploded by almost 3,000% in a single year. Tokenized stocks, everybody, this is all what we're waiting for. This is how we get rich right here. Tokenized stocks grew nearly 3,000% in 2025. Oh my God, I'm telling you, as new SEC rules and a DTCC pilot pushed the asset class toward the $1 billion milestone, led by Ondo, the crypto Ondo, and Securitize. I want you to see what's going on right now. I don't care about the price. What are we looking at? Real institutional adoption right here. Trading in equities that are tokenized, that means crypto, went up 3,000% last year. I know it's not fast enough, but you know what? Those are good numbers. And the more it's like a snowball. Like 3,000 this year, right? What about next year? Could be 5,000. Next year, 10,000%. You know, I hope we don't have to wait this long, but you know what? It happens when it does. So be prepared. Just go to your job every day that you hate or you love or whatever. Do what you got to do. This thing will happen when it does. Tokenized stocks grew nearly 3,000% in 2025 as the SEC rules and a DTCC pilot pushed the asset class toward $1 billion milestone, led by Ondo. Now, that's a crypto that's at Caleb and Brown. And then you have a company called Securitize. They tokenize things, okay, real-world assets. Tokenized equities have climbed to about almost $1 billion year in January 2026, up about 3,000% from last year. Ondo, global markets, and something called X stocks account for the most issuance, highlighting an early concentration concentration among a few platforms. Everybody, we're here early. People are like, are you worried, Crypto Hulk? No, man, we haven't even taken up. See, what you're doing is you're watching those channels that do the price prediction, like Mr. Shiny Teeth and shit, saying $100 XRP or $1,000 XRP January 1st. You're listening to dumb shit people like that. A few weeks ago, oh yeah, XRP is going to be 750. No, it's not. Would you shut the fuck up with that stupid shit? See, this is the reason you get all frustrated and all mad. And then somebody will say, oh, Crypto Hulk's talk about this person. And then you get all mad, leave comments, and because you're all butthurt, because the guy that you listen to is a complete dumbass, okay? Then you get all butthurt, but you have confirmation bias, so you can't hear anything that goes against your favorite YouTuber because your feelings are going to get hurt because you're watching a dumbass. That's why. So you got to leave all these comments. Oh, you're fucked up. Crypto Hulk don't know. Da, 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 da. Crypto Hulk has no idea. Da, da, da. Because your little precious feelings are hurt. That your YouTuber that you watch is so fucking stupid, giving price prediction. He's wrong all the time. And you don't want your feelings to get hurt, do you? Because then you'll know that you're retarded as well. That's why you watch him. I'm like, wow, these stupid dumb shits. Recent SEC and DTCC developments suggest regulatory rails for tokenized securities are emerging. What's the DTC saying and the SEC? Regulations are coming. It's going to take this thing. Like right now, almost nobody's involved in this. We're waiting for what? Regulations. Not price. We don't need price predictions from dumb shit people. We don't need that, please. Those of you out there doing that, please stop with that dumb shit. Tokenized equities are approaching the $1 billion mark, underscoring how real-world asset tokenization is moving beyond pilots and into fast-developing segment of crypto market infrastructure. Let me scroll through here. So what we got going on is we have a small market right now that's tokenizing. They're talking about pilots are starting to end. Now we're starting to move into real world. There's only a few companies now that are really tokenizing. They're taking all these products, stocks, bonds, whatever it might be, and they're putting it into crypto, which we call tokenization. It's not as big, but when this thing takes, what's everybody waiting for? Regulation. Regulations. And why is the regulations taking so long? Well, because look, when some people get rich, other people get poor. We're about to get rich. The banks are about to get poor. They got to shut this down, man, and figure out how the banks and the investment houses, they have to figure out how do they stay rich. They can't have us come up and take all their money. They can't have it. So they got to figure out a way to keep us out, to keep us poor. That's what they're trying to do. That's why this shit's taking so long. The rise reflects growing demand for blockchain. There is a growing demand, but here's the problem. They don't want to lose their money. All these stock market brokerage places, the banks and shit, they want to be in charge of all this crypto. They can't have you and me doing DeFi. That's going to wreck the whole thing. They're going to lose out. They got to figure out some way, and they're going to do it. They'll figure it out. Some way to fuck us over. Like right now with the banks. We keep our money in the banks. They don't give a shit. And they keep billions and billions. It's amazing how this works. Congress doesn't do shit because they take all the money from the banks. Congress people make $174,000 a year. They end up with 30. Like what's that bitch? Nancy Pelosi and her husband they're worth $350 million. Nancy Pelosi, when she makes stock buys, she does better than Warren Buffett. That's amazing. And nobody calls her out on it. Why? Because they're all taking bribes from banks. Oh, man, Crypto Hulk, I don't know if I like that news. You don't have to like it. It's just the facts. That's the facts. Tokenized equities in particular have become one of the most visible examples of real-world assets expanding beyond private credit and treasury bills into more mainstream instruments. Look, we're not there yet, obviously. There's no price predictions. Ain't shit gonna happen, okay? Ain't shit gonna happen. Nobody's predicting a fucking thing. We've got to have regulations. And then they got to feel safe. The report shows Ondo Global Market holds the largest share, accounting for more than half of the tokenized equity value. So right now, we got like just a couple cryptos doing this. You see that? And the market's tiny. It's not even $1 billion, they're saying. Well, regulatory developments in the United States also appear to be helping shape the next phase of growth. You know, until we get regulations, this shit's going to be like this. They're fighting over who's going to control all the shit because they don't want to go, they don't want us taking their money. Let's look at a deep dive here. So the article talked about Ondo, Securitize, and you know Blackrock's all a part of that. Now, what I showed is I'm going to show something different than what the article shows. I'm going to show Canton coin, RIZE, okay? I'm not showing Blackrock, Ondo, and Securitize. I'm showing DTCC's working with Canton coin, and they process $6 trillion in assets, right? Blackrock processed $4 billion. Now let's think. Canton with RIZE and the XDC crypto that the DCC is going to use, Canton cleared $6 trillion in processed assets. BlackRock did $4 billion. Did you realize that makes the BlackRock Ondo look like nothing? What I'm showing you right here is the news article makes it seem like, oh God, Ondo is so big, right? Okay. Well, then why did Canton with RIZE process $6 trillion with a T, and BlackRock did $4 billion with a B with Securitize? See this? These articles are so fucking stupid. Who wrote this article? I gotta look. Jamie Crawley, who works for CoinDesk. Jamie Crawley, you're a fucking retard. And then the editor is Stephen Alfer. Stephen, you don't know shit, okay? Here's the facts right here. This is straight from Grok. Let me read you the paragraph. Market data as of February 2026 shows the tokenized real-world asset sector exceeds 36 billion. And they're not talking about stable coins. So I don't know why the articles talk about 1 billion. We're talking right here. Tokenized real-world assets, $36 billion. The article, I think, was just talking about maybe equities only. With fragmentation across chains leading to efficiencies like the 1% to 3% price gaps. And now, so there's inefficiencies in the market and because there's friction, okay? Analysis suggests these players divide the market rather than fully overlap. So you got Canton, listen, you got Corda and Canton. So R3 Corda is what we're talking about here. That's the XDC crypto. These cryptos kind of divided up what they go after. You got Corda. Here's what we want. We want institutional money, okay? I want a crypto like R3 Corda, which is the XDC crypto. I want the XDC and the Canton coin and the RIZE because listen to your partners. If you got those three coins, here are your partners. Banks with all the money, Wall Street with all the money, and they want privacy on their blockchain. So Corda, Canton, and RIZE, they're going to be the little bitches for all the banks and Wall Street. Those are the people with all the money. That's why they had $6 trillion and BlackRock only had $4 billion, okay? Now, what does Ondo and BlackRock do with Securitize? Ondo is for retail. Oh, that's like poor people like you and me. And DeFi. So that's what Ondo's for. Retail, which is DeFi. Well, we're poor. Don't you want a crypto that represents the banks, Wall Street? That's where all the money is. That's why my coins processed $6 trillion and BlackRock with their little retail, they only did 4 billion. That ain't shit. That's like 1/100th, or that's nothing at all compared to what Canton Network, RIZE, and XDC is doing, okay? You've got Ondo for retail DeFi, and I'm like, that's embarrassing. And then they got Securitize with them. That's nothing. So it's not direct competition. Our cryptos are going with all the money. The Ondo and the BlackRock and the Securitize, they're going with poor retail people. There's no competition for that. See, the article won't tell you that because those two dumbasses that I mentioned, the one who wrote it and the one who edited it, they don't know shit. They shouldn't even be writing articles, okay? So that is what I wanted to basically express to you. We're at 28 minutes. I'm going to move on. Let me click out of that article. And I know the moderators are already posting Zinfin, Arch Recorder XDC. Hopefully they gave you the rate. Now, if you go to Caleb Brown, you can buy XDC and you can buy Canton coin. I got my RIZE on a phone wallet from MetaMask. Check through here. Mr. OG, me and Legend are trying to corner the market on XDC. Oh my God. All right, let me look at the next article. Oh, here is your article for the DTCC. and Canton network right there. How do I always have to make an appointment to talk to my broker? Well, here's another thing. You guys are retail, means we all have this much money. And Caleb Brown has fire blocks, and that's for institutional custody and institutional customers. So we are lucky to have Caleb Brown. So sometimes when you call up, they'll be able to answer your questions. But they are a institutional brokerage allowing us poor people. So yes, you'll have to make an appointment. Unless you got like $10 million and you're ready to place a bet, then they'll be able to help you just like that. That's only common business sense. If I'm running a business and I got people who got $500 to buy some shit, or if I got a customer who's got $500 million, I'm going to probably help him first. He's the one who's going to pay the bills. When we join Caleb Brown, we're the charity job. Okay. So that means you got to make an appointment. Yes. Yes, you do. Okay, here is the Canton Network website. Copy and a paste. Canton. Here is RIZE. If you want to learn about the RIZE token, it's right there. And the R3 Corda platform, the DTCC and the R3 Corda, that's this right here. Let me click out of that. Okay. Here is Ethereum. Actually, no, we got Seals Q. Whoop, whoop. Seals Q. Another article. I'm telling you what, every week there's something on Seals Q. Not a week goes by that I don't see something on Seals Q. Now, Seals Q is a stock if you're brand new. Seals Q is a stock. It's LAES. It's on the NASDAQ. It has a parent company called WiseKey. WiseKey, WKEY. That's also on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. You can buy both. Let's read what's going on with Seals Q. Earlier today on my morning show, we had a Seals Q article at the end. You might want to watch it. And today on this show, we're going to have a Seals Q right meow. Seals Q is going to showcase at the Tech and Fest event in France. Yep. Now, I did a Grok search. Check this out. This is pretty cool. I did a Grok search, and I asked Grok, hey, Grok, who is attending the Quantum Technology and Tech Fest event in France in 2026? Grok comes back. Carlos Morera, Seals Q, participate right there. Like, there's nobody else. Grok's like, there's nobody else listed so far. Like, what is that showing you? That's pretty cool. You guys are in a stock. Some of you guys are in both stocks. Seals Q and then WiseKey. Some of you guys bought both. And then you bought WeCan, which is a crypto. It's called WeCan because they're a part of Seals Q. Because Seals Q bought 30% of the WeCan crypto. That's another crypto I suggest you getting. Let me look on CoinGecko and I'll show you their page. I don't own it, so I got no dog in this fight. This is just strictly for you. I don't make any money off this. I don't even own the coin. I'm not against it. I think it's awesome. I just haven't bought it. I prefer just stuff that's on Caleb Brown, but you guys don't have to. There it is. There's WeCan right there. It's got 2 zeros and a 1. It's up, let's see, on the 24-hour, 7-day, on the month, 3 months, 1 year, This thing came out, I think, February of 2024. And it's down 80% from its all-time maximum high. All right, we can. But anyway, let's get back to SEALSQ. SEALSQ, a company that focuses on developing and selling semiconductors, PKI, post-quantum technology hardware, and other things. They have its French subsidiary, SEALSQ France, will be showcasing its secure semiconductor and post. So I'm letting you know, everybody, like right now, you guys are in so early with SEALSQ. Look, if it goes up or down, it doesn't even fucking matter right now, okay? What are we looking at? The world's first quantum, post-quantum resistant. There's a quantum computer will not hack SEALSQ because they got HBAR. That's another crypto that's at Caleb Brown, HBAR. It comes from Hedera. Some of you want to look that up. I'll show you their webpage. Here is the Hedera Council. I want you to see who makes up this crypto. Some of you people are like, well, I don't trust crypto. I don't, but look at who are the partners. Look at who are the partners on HederaCouncil.org. Look up who's involved in this crypto, and you'll be like, whoa, these are some companies right here. Okay. We got global banks, telecommunication companies, all this. This is not three 20-year-olds that dropped out of junior college and made a crypto. Oh, no, this thing is, look at the partners here. Google's the partner in this. You got LG, Shinhan Bank, Australian Payments Plus, Chainlink, Deutsche Telekom, Hitachi, Nomura, which is a global bank, Standard Bank, which is a global bank, IBM's involved, and there's others. I'm not going to go anymore, but Hedera is a partner of SEALSQ. Let's continue. So they make, SEALSQ makes these semiconductor chips that prevent quantum attacks. They do this. They own 30% of the WeCan company, the tokens. So I know that they're using WeCan technology because they bought 30% of the fucking tokens. And then they've got HBAR in there. Now, HBAR is a partner of Ripple, which is XRP. That's sold at Caleb Brown. And XRP is a partner. But they got so many banking partners, 300 now? 400? But XRP is a partner of Algorand. And Chainlink, that's another Ripple partner with XRP. Chainlink's a crypto. They sell it on Caleb Brown. Algorand is sold. I don't know if Algorand's on Caleb Brown. I got to look. But there you have it. There's going to be a fintech festival in France. And right now, Grok only knows of one person who's going to be there, and that's SEALSQ. Now, there's probably going to be a couple hundred or whatever show up. But why is SEALSQ the only one that Grok recognizes? Do a search for yourself. Go on Grok. Now, maybe there's more because they put some out. But when I did the search, it's only SEALSQ. That's it. They're going to have what's called a Tech and Fest event alongside leading players in the Europe deep tech ecosystem, building on a unique French industrial heritage and a strategy of targeted technological partnerships. SEALSQ France is emerging as a key French and European player, developing solutions designed to anticipate tomorrow's security threats. SEALSQ right now can protect against a quantum attack. That's why they're the only one. These other cryptos can't claim that. That's why Ripple hooked up with HBAR, because HBAR makes all this happen. SEALSQ France brings 3 decades of French excellence in secure semiconductors. Wow. Today, SEALSQ employs nearly 200 people in France. Since 2015, Seals Q has continued this trajectory as part of the WISE Key International Holdings. So that's WKEY on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. They have vertical integration. What's important about Seals Q is they own everything vertically. They got the trucks. I'm just giving an example. They can create their own electricity if they have to. Whatever they got to do, they make for themselves. They do not rely on any other company. They need a, since they're partners with HBAR, that's how they get that. They don't have to like pay some other third party. Like HBAR is a part of Seals Q. They're that close together where they're working together to get this shit done. In January 2026, Seals Q signed a memorandum of understanding with Quobly, Quobly, a Grenoble-based quantum computing startup, for a potential phased strategic investment that could ultimately lead to. So basically, Seals Q hooked up with this company to work with them, and they might end up just take them over completely. That's very well could happen. We talked about that the other day. I think I will wrap this up. You got the article here. Those of you that don't know about Seals Q, I'd look through this article. I would consider buying their stock. Let's see. Yeah, the Tech Fest. I looked it up. Now, the partnerships. SpaceX is a partner. So Seals Q has HBAR as their partner. They have SpaceX as their partner. They have the WeCan group. WeCan, and then that's their crypto. They own 30% of the tokens. Seals Q officially saying they have the Swiss Armed Forces as their partner. Government defense. That's pretty amazing right there. Doesn't sound like a scam to me. Amazon Web Service is their partner. And Amazon is a Ripple partner. See how deep this goes? Here's the evidence for that. Let me show you. There you go. Amazon. And then Sealcoin is involved. But we're waiting for this coin. Sealcoin AG. It's a real thing. It's called Sealcoin AG. It's supposed to be released January, February of March of 2026. I'm going to put in about $2,000 into that. I'm going to find it. If I got to pay a loan, fuck it. I'm paying $200 a month or something for that, and I'll pay it off. Okay. How much time we got? 15 minutes-ish. Oh, you're right. A second here. There's your Ripple Amazon partnership. I think I said it already. Let me click out of it. Now, India. This is interesting. I'm not going to deep dive. I'm going to knock out some articles here real quick. And these are the trends that I'm seeing right now. You got India, who used to be all against crypto and all this stuff's bad. But look what and they used to tax. India was taxing the fuck out of crypto and all this kind of computer shit. Look what India's doing right now. The country of India offers zero taxes through the year 2047. That's for 20 years almost, 21 years. India is offering 21 free years of tax to any company that wants to do AI data center work in India. I'm like, whoa, that's a big change all of a sudden, huh? Boy, they were fighting this thing for the longest time. They were fighting the crypto and fighting all this stuff. And now it's like, well, come on in and you don't even have to pay tax. I'm like, what? I'm telling everybody, this is all happening. We're watching it all unfold. As the global race to build AI infrastructure accelerates, India has offered, oh my God, I can't believe it's not butter. India has offered foreign cloud providers zero taxes through the year 2047. Whoa. On services sold outside the country. So what it is, they want Indian data centers. They want all these Indian people to have jobs, and that would be good. Then they don't have to be in America. They could live in their country, make money, and they don't have to come here. Because what happens in our country is our governments or our businesses fuck the Indians over, don't give them pensions and all these things. They just pay them hourly wage things, and then when they're done, they kick the Indians out and say, go back to your fucking country. I think this is a great idea. The Indians can stay there. They don't have to move away from their families. A lot of times these Indian people have to separate. The dad lives here and this and that. It creates problems in families. I like this right here. India is going to, I'm telling you what, this is going to fucking go off. Okay. No one's going to want to put a business in California. I want California to just fucking burn to the ground. I got a house there. Fuck it. I don't care about the valley. If it goes to zero, I don't fucking care. I want California to just burn to the fucking ground, figuratively speaking. And then people will be like so sick of this progressive communist dumb shit that's there that it flips and becomes Republican, and then I'd move back. Because California tax is insane. This Indian right here, no tax. Nobody in their right mind would want to go somewhere where they got to pay all these high taxes like California has. Fuck it. That can cost the company millions and millions and millions and millions a year. I'm telling you what, the day is coming. India has a bid to attract the next wave of AI computing investment. Effectively, zero taxes on revenues from cloud services sold outside of India. So what they want to do is create a business in India, but then sell it overseas. That way they get other countries' money pouring in. That's what you want. You want you don't want to, I mean, it's good. You can sell a product, but if all you got is your own people buying it, that's not a good thing. You want to bring money from around the world and have it dumping in India. That's what they want. This is brilliant. Finally, India with their super, super high taxes, they finally got the fucking picture. This is what's up. The announcement comes as U.S. cloud giants, listen to this, they're going to leave America and go over to India. All these Democrats with the wanting to pay for everybody's shit with high taxes. Oh, not good. Not good. Here's what's happening. Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they're all going to set up in India, not in America. So all the Democrats out there with the high tax mentality, dumb shit, you're so fucked, okay? Because all these companies are not going to even open up in America. It's going to be embarrassing for these communists in America. Amazon, Google, does it get any bigger than that? No, it doesn't. Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they're all going to start opening up centers in India because there's no tax. Google said it would invest $15 billion. Oh my God. And to build Google's going to dump $15 billion. They already said this. This was October. They said this like 4 months ago. India said it will invest 15. This was in October 2025. So November, December, January, February. So we're talking 4 months ago. India, Google's going to put $15 billion into an AI hub, expand data center infrastructure in India. $10 billion. So that's about $25 billion right there. Today, they made a $10 billion commitment. So it's going to be about $15 billion. Microsoft in December said they're going to put $17 billion into India. In December, Amazon had also stepped up in December, saying it would invest an additional $35 billion in India. Oh, shit. Taking its total plan to $75 billion. That's just Amazon alone. So if you're in America and you're voting for Congress people like, we're going to soak the rich, we're going to tax the rich, there's not going to be any money. So you can just yell and scream all you want because these businesses, they'll just open up in India. I would. Fuck America with that kind of attitude. Like, we're going to create all these taxes for business so we can have all these illegals come in and all these fucking Somali daycares and shit. Fuck that shit. Let America fucking burn then. If you want to vote for communists, then fucking do it. Let's see what happens. Because what I'm seeing here, these businesses are lining up at India waiting to hook up, man. Because they're not trying to waste all their money on American taxes. That's fucking stupid. You got 20 years. You could run a business for 20 years in India and not pay tax. That's what the fuck is up. You know how cheap the land is there? Oh, fuck, dude. That's like a gold mine waiting to happen. So that's the India article. Let me click out of that, check some comments. Love crystal gazing. Thank you very much for that generous donation. I appreciate that. Tax-free. Absolutely love it. But I want you to see the trends. See the trends that's going on? If you're not business friendly, you're fucking done. That's how it is. This is becoming a very, very global economy. We got 9 minutes. Okay. SEC. Here's what the SEC is saying. The SEC clarifies rules for tokenized securities. So what's happening is this. If you're going to call a crypto a security, then it's going to be under the SEC. If you're going to be like earning, here's what it says. If your crypto acts like a security, they're going to call it a security. And it won't be considered a currency or none of that. A tokenized security is a financial instrument enumerated in the definition of security under federal laws and therefore carry similar registration, disclosure, and other obligations. Now, here's what I told you. Only 5.5 years ago, I told you this, all right? I used to work for the Department of Justice, and I've worked for 2 or 3 states in law enforcement, okay? Probation, Office of the Courts, etc. Okay. I'm not an expert, not a lawyer. I just have a good working knowledge of the court system and participated once a week for about a year working for the Office of the Courts. I was in court all day, once a week, hearing cases, testifying, working with the judge and prosecutors and the whole shot. It was fun. Absolutely loved it. I did. I like court. It was more of a, when somebody got busted, my job was to try to mitigate, to work with that person and try to have them not go to higher levels of supervision, like state prison, shit like that. We were trying to keep them on a probation parole kind of level, low level, if you know what I mean. And I would help them meet conditions of the court for rehabilitation. And sometimes we could wipe their slate clean. That was an awesome job. I like doing that. I'd have to sometimes argue with the district attorney who always wanted to lock my case roll. All my caseload people, their job, district attorney, was to lock them up in jail. And the district attorney has a right to protect the public. My goal was to try to work with the judge, the cops, district attorney, any victims that were harmed. My job was try to work with all of them and try to find, can we agree on something? Can we get this person rehabilitated to follow laws, to complete the terms and conditions of probation parole and get it back out on the streets, hopefully with a clean slate? I had power to do that. I didn't have the power necessarily. I would work with that person to prove to the judge to wipe their slate clean. So I would petition the judge and talk to the judge. A lot of times in the judge's chambers, that's where most of the work got done. Before I got to court, I already knew it was going to happen. I didn't tell my caseload, any of the people on my caseload that, but I'd go to the judge and say, this person's, Your Honor, doing great. This guy is going to counseling. He's working. He's positive. He's trying. He realized he fucked up. Well, I wouldn't say that, but he realized he made a lot of bad choices. But here's the evidence, Your Honor. Look there. He's doing this, that, and the other, and such and such. And I think maybe we could give him a termination from the program, wipe his slate clean, and let him go on. You know, shit like that. Then there's other times where I'm like, Your Honor, this motherfucker ain't doing shit. It's a waste of my time. Maybe find another officer to deal with him because I can't help him. He's past my ability. The judge knows I'm very, very good at rehabilitation, helping people. If I say I can't work with this person, there's a bad thing. So what we got going on here is the SEC is looking at these cryptos. But here's the problem. I used to work for the Department of Justice, and we have something called the United States Code. Oh, shit. And in the United States Code, it gives you all the definitions of what everything is. What's a security? What's a this? What's a that? Guess what? We don't have none of that shit for crypto. So even in this article, the SEC, they really can't do anything. It's Congress, you guys. This is what I talked about for 5.5 years. Let's take it back to 5th grade or 8th grade, civics class, whatever it is, wherever you learned it at. In the United States, for the rest of the world, it's different. But for the United States, you got the president. That's the executive branch of government. And then the judicial are the judges. What's the judge's job? In America, the judge's job is to interpret law that's already freshly minted, codified. Now, Congress is the legislature. What do? They make the laws. Congress makes the laws. They draft it up. Congress makes the definitions, all these things. We don't have crypto laws. Why? Because Congress is not doing their fucking job. Why? Because they're taking bribes from the banks. The banks want to control all the crypto. So Congress has to figure out a way to fuck me and you over, make crypto laws with definitions, get them in place, and then let this crypto thing rip. We may not be involved in certain types of crypto activity. I'm sorry to tell you that. No, Crypto Hulk, don't tell us. You got to be positive. No, I don't. I have to just be real. My job is to be real, okay? I have a feeling, like right now, they're not going to want us to hold crypto. Like when you buy stocks, do you hold the stock? No, you don't. They have a custodian do that. Most of the time, it's BNY Mellon, okay? Do you hold your stocks? No. Money you put in the bank, do you have interest? Really? Do you make any sizable increase of interest? No, you don't. Basically, you don't get shit, right? That's what they're going to try to do with crypto. I'm just letting you know. If you're lucky, we'll get to keep it, but we're going to have to give it to a custodian so they hold it, and they'll be the ones making the majority. They're the ones who will be making the preponderance of all the profit, not us. Maybe we get, I don't know, if we're lucky, 10% or something. They're going to make 90 and we'll make 10. I'm just how I see it going down, because they don't want us to have this crypto. We are a competition to them. Here's how I see it. And I'm sorry, but this is just, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. I hope to God it don't happen. I hope it don't happen. But here's how I see it. They will not allow private hardware wallets unless you register your wallet. Then that would be okay. They want to track everything we fucking do. They want to get rid of fiat, because with fiat, I can take my $20, go down to the end of the block and buy some crack cocaine, bring it home and smoke it, and show Stephen Morris that I can smoke more cocaine than him. You can do that with cash. But the goal is to get rid of private wallets and all these things. If you have crypto and you want to not keep it in a bank, you've got to register a wallet. Oh, so that's how that'll work. So you can choose to keep your money in a bank's vault or on your own. If you keep it on your own, they'll probably make it where you can't do DeFi or shit like that, or you can only DeFi certain kinds of crypto, the cheap ones that don't earn you shit. Like they'll let you stake Pepe or something like that. It's going to be a bullshit crypto. Now, all the banks, everybody else, they'll be able to buy all these crypto stock, commodity, they're going to have all the good stuff, all the good, shiny, happy stuff. They're going to be able to have those. The SEC right now is saying they have to roll out a token taxonomy. Here, I'm going to wrap it up with this. SEC leadership has been long at work to roll out a token taxonomy. What is that? The definitions. Here's what staking means. Here's what Bitcoin actually is. Here is what Ondo actually is. This is a crypto security. This is a crypto commodity. See what I'm talking about? So a taxonomy is a breakdown on what the fuck everything is. We don't have definitions. I've been saying for 5.5 years, in the United States Code, there is no definitions of anything. And I'm saying right now, there's no way the IRS can tax us. It's not even in the United States. That's fucking illegal. United States Code 18, Section 242. When a government agency, and I'm going to add like the IRS, tries to tax you for something that's not in the United States Code, that is illegal. It's a civil rights violation. I'm just letting you know. Nobody's talking about that shit, but it's the fact, okay? Man, so basically the SEC is trying to work on a taxonomy because nobody knows what the fuck anything is. That's what's up. But I'm going to tell you what, Congress, not the SEC, Congress is the one that has to do this, okay? And who pays Congress? The banks and all the investment companies. So we're basically fucked, all right? Now, I don't know how bad we're going to get fucked out of this whole deal, but it's not looking good, all right? Because why? We are competition to the banks. The competition of the banks, could take money away from the banks, which is not going to happen. They're not going to let that happen. So I don't know how much we can do DeFi and all these things. I'm just expressing what I think is going to happen. And I can't see the bank saying, well, okay, we'll lose half of our money. Let's just let these people have their own. They're not going to do that shit. These channels are talking about, oh, yeah, you're going to DeFi and stake and make billions. I mean, I just don't see it's going to happen. I don't see JP Morgan saying, okay, yeah, we'll give up $3 trillion a year. No, I don't see that. But Crypto Hog, didn't you always used to say, well, now I'm seeing how it's really going down. They can't even get crypto laws. I think some bad shit's going to happen. That's what I really think. Now, we'll be allowed to keep our crypto. We'll always be allowed to spend it, of course, but they don't want us to have eternal money. So your crypto account might have $100 million in there, but little by little goes down, 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 down. Meanwhile, the banks goes up, 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 up for 100 years, 200 years. They can have perpetual money, but not you and me. That's how I see this. Yeah, we'll be allowed to be rich at first, but you know what? By the time the taxes, you buy a $12 million house, your taxes might be $500,000 a year. Maybe the government purposely has a luxury, like LA, like Los Angeles and California, trying to have a luxury tax for houses. If your house is worth more than X amount of money, they'll charge you like $1 million a year. Like, that's what they're going to do to us. Oh, you want to buy a Bugatti? Okay, it's a $1 million car. We're going to tax you $500,000 wealth tax. They're going to find, and your money that you used to have will go down, down, down. Because you can't stake it. You can't do this. You can't do that. So then you got to start getting creative. I was buying an apartment complex, maybe a 50-unit, 1 to 2 bedroom apartment complex. Buy one of those. Eternal money. Like, you'll have to start. You won't be able to get eternal money from your crypto. you'll have to buy other shit to get eternal money. But the banks and the financial institutions, they can all do that. Now, one thing we could do is if we have a crypto Hulk, we're now rich, what do we do club, then maybe we all pool our money together, form a bank, a savings and loan, and then we can stake our money and shit and become a business. That's probably how we're going to have to do it, okay? So that's what's up. Okay, we are at 1 hour and 5 minutes. This show's over. I will look for news for tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, February 3rd. If I have news, we'll go over it. And so I'm going to get to work and do that. And I'll turn the show over to the $5 people, and then it'll go to the free show. I'll see you on my next program.